as a community can do better.
What do you want to tell your children about this moment?
We need reforms.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, we stand together.
Everybody's here together, black, white, brown, everybody.
A platform for progress in our community.
We need to do a better job.
I want to show that we can be peaceful.
This is just as much our fight as it is yours.
Discussing the problems of racial inequality and solutions to combat discrimination in a conversation for change.
We'll be able to build on this.
I never in a million years thought I would embrace a cop like that.
From Wish TV, we stand together.
We stand together. This is an opportunity for people to share their voices. In tonight's one-on-one, the setting is unique. The museum dedicated to the African-American experience, and it's located right here in Indianapolis.
News 8's David Williams sat down with the man who has been in charge of all of it for decades. Now Robert Chester shares his raw, honest insight into what he says needs to happen to bring about change.
What can 160 years of experience teach you about the future? A lot. Especially when it comes to protecting what matters. At Pacific Life, we've helped people and businesses confidently embrace the future with life insurance, retirement income, and employee benefits. With strategies built on strength and trust, and a promise to be here for you today and tomorrow. Ask a financial professional how Pacific Life can help you today. Pacific Life Insurance Company, Omaha, Nebraska, and in New York. Pacific Life and Annuity, Phoenix, Arizona.
Inside Crispus Attucks High School in Indianapolis lies the museum, which has the same name. There, you'll find Robert Chester, the curator and archivist, a man with passion and sincerity. He has managed the IPS Crispus Attucks Museum for almost 20 years. It turns out there's a similarity between Crispus Attucks and George Floyd, and he shares that story with us now. A lot of people don't know about this museum. Tell me about it.
Crispus Attucks Museum is a very unique experience. We started as a small closet type experience with a couple of tabletop exhibits, floor stand type exhibits that basically was sharing the history of the school, Crispus Attucks High School being the first all-black high school in the state of Indiana. And from there, we basically just moved forward with this profound ideal and support from the IPS Corporation. And in the 20-plus year existence of the museum, we've managed to grow and expand to what we are today. In all due respect, we are really just getting started with this profound black experience. But by all means, we are not solely a black experience. We are an American experience. We are a world experience. We are a cultural experience that requires all nationalities, all creeds, all colors to take part and have played a part in this profound museum. So we've taken this former auxiliary gym and piece by piece created this wonderful experience.
There is a connection between George Floyd and Crispus Attucks. Talk about that.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, the connection is real and it's tragic. The connection is a disgruntled crowd gathers at the sight of a black man being confronted by white officers. The scrimmage grows louder, more chaotic. The officers lose their composure. The black man dies, and nothing else is really done. 240 years ago, that very same scenario that I described happened to the man, Crispus Attucks, March 5th, 1770. Well, as we know, just a few weeks ago or so, the same scenario played out again with the death of George Floyd. And this inevitable experience, tragic experience, took place solely because very few people have been listening over the years. They may have been shaking their head, yes or no, but not really listening with their heart to what has and what is going on in America. And come strong, tough, hard, or mild, it's coming. And when I say it's coming, I'm not speaking of a violent confrontation. I'm speaking of a new age, a new knowing, a new consciousness, a new spirit. And if I was to just say it, it's better known simply as the age of Aquarius, which, by the way, came in July 24th, I believe. So therefore, we're at a point where the world has stood up to take notice and watch what's going on in America. How will the richest nation, by the way, the youngest nation as well, on the planet deal with this issue? And years ago, we would speak about it and would be immediately called anti-American. We would be classified as anti-Semitic, anti-Christian, anti-everything, just to throw the spotlight off of the situation at hand. Well, now you can't avoid it. And everyone now is scrambling, trying to make do with what it is they can make sense of with this race issue. But be clear about it. This has never been a black issue. This has never been an American issue. This has never been a Native American issue. This has never been an Asian, Chinese issue. This has solely been a white issue. And I mean that with all the love and respect I could conjure up. You've never throughout history had to convince the black man or any man of color to love his white brother. But it seems like every year you have to go back and remind our white brother, you know there's more than you here doing this, making this happen. So there's never been a lack of love or compassion. I mean, we'll invite them in our churches, our homes, our civic groups, what have you. But it seems like none of that has been enough.
And George Floyd's death has sparked a national movement. You said we need change. What did you mean?
First change is honest, open, collaborative type of discussion, heartfelt. The ultimate change is when we, the American people, remove color from the forefront of all facets of our lives. You have to understand that the Jim Crow era wasn't just a man, Jim Crow. It was a movement. It was a system, a systemic racist system that reminded black people every single day they woke up, first of all, you're black. You're not wanted. You're not welcome. All we have for you is work, 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 and death. No love, no hope, no aspiration, no future. And in the meantime, we've been able to just survive. Black people just been able to just survive, not thrive, just survive. So the change that's in the mist, that's in the air, that's in the spirit today is a change that's moving as far away from this black curse type experience that so many times people have come through the door asking, are we cursed? Are we? Look at how the white culture thrives and look at us. But you have to understand, somebody came along and did a lot of stealing and a lot of lying and a lot of killing. So if you do all that, yeah, you would look like everyone's with you. But that change that's taking place is now pulling the covers, the lid, the facade away, forcing us all to deal with the reality. And it's not a scary thing. It's not an ugly thing. You know, we have some things in the museum on display that may appear to some hurtful, mean. We, however, do not think of any of it as hurtful or mean. We think of it as an overcoming, a triumph. You have to have the tragedies and the challenges to get to the triumph. And it's all good news, and it's all profound, because where else on the planet have there been a race of people who have gone through what we've gone through? Not just for a year or two, we're talking about for hundreds of years, and still managed to survive first and foremost, then thrive and do what we've done and are doing. You have to understand, we just come out of slavery, and we were slaves much longer than we've been free. So the beautiful aspect of it all, America is the youngest nation on the planet. And with your youth, you have strength, you have ideals, you have all the time in the world to grow, to get it right. So that change is our youth, and that we can grow and get this thing right.
And remember, you can also listen to our We Stand Together podcast anytime.
Find tonight's episode and others online at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.
From Wish TV, we stand together. Watch, read, listen, and be a part of the conversation online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Find more episodes of We Stand Together and other podcasts from Wish TV online anytime at allindianapodcastnetwork.com. allindianapodcastnetwork.com.